Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy. You know where it is. Many episodes you see Tyra always stalking Tommy Sotomayor. Always talking about Tommy Sotomayor. He's a pedophile. Tommy Sotomayor this, Tommy Sotomayor that. He always watches Tommy Sotomayor's videos, but he'll say that well, let me rephrase. He'll say that he don't watch Tommy Sotomayor videos, and he watches it through a third person party. But we know that's a lie. He steadily know what Tommy Sotomayor makes and where he lives and where his kid go to school and how much he pays for child support, blah 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 blah. You know the scenario. But my thing is, you such a defender of black women and black kids. You seen the stories about how many black women, what are black men don't cheat. We see so many episodes where so many black women in general, doing the kids dirty. We seen how they're pedophiles, you know, didn't care less how the kids, as long as they baby daddy bringing them that check. We seen so many episodes where women taking pictures of them and their kids, the kids naked, they naked, but it's okay. There's so many scenarios where you see mama wearing bras and panties and she's twerking about her son, whether he's preteen or teen. He's taking pictures. We seen so many pictures where the woman tell her other family members or her friends that her son is her man and taking inappropriate pictures with her preteen son or teen son. I mean, I can go on and on and on. You've seen it, I've seen it. But yeah, you'll judge this man. But I never seen you. You supposed to be about the truth. I ain't never seen you be honest and tell the real story. You watch Trumpets from my like you say you do. Once you speak about it, and I'm gonna show you one video, particularly what I'm talking about, where this man trying to get his kids back because he know the mama is unfit. But yeah, you never did nothing about this video, but you watch Tommy Sotomayor so hard. But yeah, like I said before, you're a defender of the black family as a whole unit. This right there show you true Freeman's not, he ain't shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the show. And if you do, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we have a problem. We did not reach our $1,000 goal. And so you know what that means. I'm going to have to fuck around and eat Mercury. I've already seasoned him a little bit. I've already put a whole lot of seasoning on him, you know what I mean? Well, thank you guys for being here. This is the third shift, and I just figured I'd give you guys something really quick because I know a lot of you guys are up. I know a lot of people work late, and this is something that someone sent me, and I couldn't believe it. The funny thing is when I saw it, I thought, no, why did they send me this? I've already done this, but I haven't. This is another story. How many stories have you guys seen me do and thought, well, he's already done that story? And then you find out he actually hasn't done this story. It's another story that's about the same. It's another story that's sitting here looking and you're thinking, what the hell? He's done this before. With another person and another person and another person. And for those who don't know about my randomness channel, it's just the old malt liquor sippers channel. So if you guys would like to go over there and check out some random stuff I got over there, I got a video of a woman losing her whole wig on one of those rides, theme park rides. Yeah, it's like deja vu. It's a glitch in the matrix. When you see something like this, and this is a disgusting situation. Now, I haven't seen it. I saw a little bit of it because I told the dude who sent it to me, I said, I've already done this. But for some reason, a second ago, I said, well, let me look at it. And I looked at it, and I was like, no, I actually haven't done this. Yes, everyone can think that like. So since I'm having to redirect, redesign, re-put things in different places, you guys are, like I said, it's going to be on the website. You'll see every show that's live. And I want to apologize to people for the show last night with myself and Michi. I want to apologize to Michi for the show not going well. I want to apologize to you guys for the show not going well. And for those who are wondering where it's at, it's over on the Voltron Network or the website. You can see it. Thank you, B New. I don't mind. I figured that people were doing something, so I said, let me put in one more. Let me put in one more thing. And as a matter of fact, let me make sure. Oh, thank you, dear. Let me do one more thing. Ah, Lady La's in the building. I thought you had went to bed, dear. Well, I keep forgetting it's on the East Coast, so it might be getting up. Yep. That should be enough. So y'all, we got about 30 minutes before I'm out. What does FIF mean? This means fuck your feelings. That's what it means. And Lady La, let me tell you, I can show you what I've been doing for the last few minutes. So before I got, while I was doing my thing, I'm gonna show you what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I was listening to your last video and enjoying it, and it was fun. And there was one part in there in which you said something that was that I would love to be able to. You said better than me, and I appreciate it. It was about like the 1 hour mark when you broke something down, and I was like, I've been trying to say this in a lot of ways and having a hard time saying it. I listened to that whole show all the way through. I was doing things around the house, and so I think that's one of the greatest things about YouTube. I don't know if any of you guys do it, but I will play a YouTube video of somebody talking before I go to bed. I'll let it just talk me to sleep. If I'm cleaning the house, earlier I was shaving my face and cutting up my beard and stuff like that. It straightening up things, and I just turned it on and just let it play. And next thing I know, it stopped, and I was mad it stopped. I was like, shit. Because if it's on, I just kept working. So it was cool. And a guy from Europe sent me this. As a matter of fact, I need to go back and try to find out what his name is. But let's talk a little bit about this, guys, because like I said, I got about 30 to 45 minutes before your boy get towed up. Now, if you'd like to stop me from, because especially when I get high off the edibles, go in there and eat mercury. Y'all better send in them donations, damn it. I didn't hear this thing make no noise. It's late, but guys, keep clicking the like, and even though it's third shift, people will come here. And I guess that's why I want people to understand. If y'all think about it this way, if I was only, well, first off, I still don't understand why people diss somebody and saying it's only for the money. That's weird to me. You only do that for the money. It's weird. But if I really only did it for the money, guys, ask yourself, would I broadcast at this time when I have my fewest views, or would I broadcast at the 8, 9 o'clock time, or the 8 in the morning time where you'd have your biggest? People have already seen when I broadcast at the primetime hours, I get the primetime numbers. Yet I'll jump on here at 1 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock on the East Coast. So who am I doing it for? What's up, Big O? But I don't. And like right now, it was just a situation of, I said, well, it's a lot of people that probably are insomniacs like myself. And I'd rather talk to them. So even though we have the smallest audience here, we end up, in my opinion, having the best shows because it's few trolls around, although they sub to everything I do, so they show up. But it just seems like we have more fun. So I enjoy it. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for being here. And let's do it. It's like our little thing. That's why I like the third shift. It's our little thing. Omerta. Okay, anyway, guys, let me tell you something. I talk a lot about fathers who are railroaded by the system. The system tends to believe that women are better parents than men. even though the numbers show different. Now, to be fair, the numbers aren't as big. But even though the numbers aren't as big, because men rarely, if ever, get custody, we still got to pay attention to what happens when they do. We also got to pay attention to what happens when these women have these children and they do not have them in wedlock. I'm not a big believer in marriage and all that stuff, but I do believe if children are planned, you have a better chance. You have a better chance of things going right. When you won't do that, you run into problems. People who have their children with people they love, even if they break up, have an easier time trying to co-parent. If you had a baby by somebody you didn't even want the baby with, he didn't want you, that's a bad start. And then if you're using that baby to manipulate that man, anybody, I don't think anyone should use children as a form of manipulation, but it happens way too often. I entered my 30s with my father being 2 years dead and me knowing very little about him. I entered my 20s with my father being alive, me not knowing much about him, me not having any relationship with him. These are things that weigh heavy on a child's mind, even when they become an adult. The only difference is in the Black community, we're told that you are not supposed to miss your father. You're not supposed to want your father. You're not supposed to need one. So what ends up happening is we believe it. And we will fight our emotions that tell us we would like a father because we've been told that we shouldn't. I talked to a young lady last weekend. She told me that their father lived across the street from them. She said her siblings, when the mom would walk down the street, mom would grab them and tell them, do not speak to your father. She said in turn, she loved her father so much, she would run and break away from her mom and go see her dad and give him a hug. She said, and every time she did it, when she got home, mom would whoop her. She said the only reason mom stopped whooping her was when mom realized she would rather take the whooping just so she can see her dad. Just so she can see her dad.
Oh, wait.
Women, you got to get out of this. Now, I've shown you guys many photos, and how many of you guys have taken a look at something like Skype, not Skype, but Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter? And what you've seen on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is what? These Black women taking photos, and you think, wow, it's not a bad photo. And this is something that's almost exclusive to Black women. Not keeping the kids away from the father, but I'm talking about what I'm about to say right now. I put up the video where the woman was in the bathroom with the other woman who was taking a picture, but she took the picture, took a piece of the mirror, which it showed that she was standing there taking a picture. Nothing wrong with a woman deciding to take a picture of her friend's ass. But I put the picture up on Instagram and I asked the people, find the problem with the picture. And it took a lot of people a while to find the problem with the picture. They would say the sink was nasty, which it was. They would say the tub looked small and the bathroom looked small and the girl was in there and it looked, and the woman looked funky, which she did. But only a few of them noticed the baby. This woman had her newborn baby in the part where you hang your towels or where you fold your towels. She had the baby on the rack so she could take that picture. How many pictures have we seen of Black women having their children take pictures of them and videos twerking? You have an individual on YouTube. You have several individuals on YouTube who keep saying, Tommy took a bath with his daughter. My daughter's 13 years old. That story was told when
And no
she
response
was
from
8 at the
Tara.
time, and it
That's why I
happened
want to know,
when she was 5.
Tara, why don't you talk about these
I've
women?
never denied
You
it. I never
defender
thought it was
of
something
kids,
bad.
defender of the
I
Black
didn't know
family
Negroes
as
were
a
like
whole
this.
unit.
Had no
You don't have
idea.
no problem with these women
But
doing
all
all
of a sudden,
this
I'm some type of
shit.
pet
You
parent
see it.
for her.
So
Cool.
Tara,
But
why
let me
don't you say
elaborate on something,
anything?
and it made me think about it. She said, well, what about that woman who openly admitted that she lets her son at 12 film her naked.
Yeah, Tyra. What about that? The
That
woman
they
that
around each
admits
other.
she walk
So
around
I'm
naked
sorry if what I did
and her son
means
12
you
years
gotta
old.
stalk me for 5 years because that's what you feel is wrong and you're gonna make a documentary about it. Why aren't you saying anything about this woman who currently
Mrs.
admitted that her old child, that's what she's doing with her grown child? See, I ain't never told my daughter, hey, take a picture of my chest so I can put it on Instagram and let people know how fine I am. But if you are going to have a thing that just chaps your hide and make you that mad, you know, like if I cuss out a white girl who's a supporter of mine, then surely you should have came and supported a black woman that was a supporter of mine, right? Just asking. Anybody got an answer? I mean, surely if I called a black woman a bitch, you would have been fighting for them too, right? You would have said, how dare you call that black woman a bitch?
Man, you quick to call these women
Since you said, how
bitches.
dare I call a white woman a bitch? Strange how that works, huh?
Yep. Real strange.
These people didn't get that mad when you was talking about their spouses and children, but they were that mad about some white woman because they believe that white woman gave me money and they trying to get their money from that woman. What's up, Doctor?
I have the same question, Tyra. Answer the man question.
Chat,
this woman walking around her own house, butt ass naked. Her son 12 years old.
Thing about it.
And he taking pictures of her. She been doing this for a while. Even her husband, her white husband, got upset and divorced her. But yet you didn't say nothing about it. Too many videos on YouTube and Facebook. You see women doing stuff like this, but no time,
2 months ago.
no comment, no.
Tremaine's not here, but let me ask you a question. Did any one of them dudes that's claiming they standing up for these white women and he doing Soto Nation bad and people who donate to him, he doing them bad, did they stand up for Tremaine? Did any of those dudes make any videos and say, hey, Tommy, he's a supporter of yours? Did any of them stand up for winter heat? Well, the ones that are standing up now. Did any of them stand up for anybody that I called a bitch? Did they? No. Nope.
Tyra.
Gotta love it.
Yuck mouth ponders.
Many of you have been on Instagram and you've seen pictures on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube floating around. And in those pictures, you would see a black woman in there and she'd be fine, big ass, big titties, and she letting you know, got her little feet doing that little thing to the side. And then you see that their house looked like a barnyard. Matter of fact, many barnyards I've seen, and I don't know if any of you guys are from the country like I am, but I've been in plenty of barnyards. Many barnyards, the things are pretty straight. The people who own these barns, the people who own these farms, typically have their bales of hay lined up. They have their horses or whatever animals they have. They actually, it looks straight. They keep it straight. They keep their tractors in a certain place. They keep all their cutting utensils in a certain place. They put them up before they leave. They're actually, so when we say that, I think it's a misnomer because when I've seen these women's houses, it looks disgusting. Dirty clothes all over the place. Walls different color like a Mexican's car. Mirror got cum stains on it and toothpaste stains and kids throw up. Weave all over the floor. Makeup stuff all over the counter. It looked like you were walking one of these bathrooms and get syphilis. And I always ask myself, because I'm sorry, you men are the problem.
Yep.
Because there ain't no way in hell somebody should lay down with an individual who's got a house like that, look like that. If a woman got a clean house and next thing you know you itching, you got food. There ain't no way in hell that woman should have a baby. Y'all remember when I did the video, when the man was walking through filming, going to pick up his kid, and those kids was laying on the floor, they didn't have a bed. It was dirty crap everywhere. He went into his baby's mama's room. She had all kind of nasty stuff on the floor, and he's trying to tell us how nasty she is. But the next question has to be, Did she just become that way overnight? Or was she that nasty when you was laying with her?
Message.
See, we can call women whatever we want, but we can't call them unwanted, because those same women you talk about still
you trying to fuck.
have guys trying to hit them, and they don't care what they see.
Yep.
You tell a guy her room was nasty, he'll call you a punk. So her room was nasty and you didn't hit it? How the fuck you gonna not go down? So you ain't gonna go down on this woman, huh?
Ooh-wee.
We gotta look at ourselves, men, because we can't keep on saying these women, when you keep accepting these women, no matter how they come, because they got a big ass. Let's take a look at this video, shall we? Yeah, it's dirty in my house, so what? Let's get it. This is a man coming in to show how nasty his baby's mama's house is. Let's all take a look at this together.
This is the house I just got my kids from last night. I couldn't get a good video of it last night because it was dark. But this is the house.
Where were you at, Tyra? Why weren't you defending
anybody out there like
these
me
kids?
tired of black holes putting up bed sheets, bed spreads, all type of crap like this on their walls? When you go to black women's houses or apartments, it seems like they just don't believe in curtains and they don't believe in blinds. They'll put all type of shit on their walls. They'll put a damn quilt on their walls. They'll put a bedspread on their wall. They'll put any damn thing on their walls. They'll put a beach towel on the wall. They'll put a t-shirt on the walls. They'll put any damn thing. Put any damn thing. Put any damn thing up. You see the motherfuckers, they ain't no damn good anytime you walk through these hoes damn hood. Look on they windows, you won't see no blinds. You might fuck around and see a pair of pants of mine on they wall. You don't see anything on they wall. You don't see anything on these hoes' wall.
See if the light works.
Look at this shit.
No, the light don't work.
Smell like maggots.
Cats here.
They said smell like maggots in the house.
Excuse me.
Smell like maggots in the bucket. Smell it. Maybe eating over here.
I'm on, hold on.
Where Tyra at?
Flashlight on, okay. I guess this is a big room.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, Michael Grant. Where the fuck Tyra at? You always wonder.
What the shit?
Talking about pedophilia and
days to
black,
be my
kids and shit.
My kids had to walk to
Jesus.
my auntie's house to call me while I was at work to come and save them.
Oh, that's foul.
Raw meat on the floor.
Raw meat on the floor.
You sitting up
Raw
here
meat.
talking about this man and this woman doing this
How
to
many
these
y'all
kids.
left raw meat in your refrigerator? Left it in there too long. You know that meat go from that nice red color, that motherfucker be the color of me. Like, you know you didn't put no heat on it, you didn't cook it, but it's black now. That motherfucker went from rare to well done in the refrigerator. That's when you know it's been in that too long. You get your steak and you go back in the refrigerator, that bitch is well done. But you open up your refrigerator, that smell hit you like, stick it to them with stick-ups. You open the refrigerator, stick it to them with stick-ups. Who old like me and remember that commercial? Stick it to them with stick-ups.
That is foul, bro.
This is the kitchen.
Oh my God, bro.
And she has me on child support, and none of my money is going to my children, as you see.
Tara, where you at? Why aren't you talking about this? Where you at, Tara?
My family and friends that she moved out.
Oh,
You talking about kids? Where you at?
Windows are busted everywhere. I seen a few of them on the outside.
I know it's
They live in the bando. They got busted windows and you got your kids up in there?
Yeah.
I know for a fact it's maggots up in here, bro.
Yeah, I got hundreds and hundreds of messages.
His hype man is really interested in maggots. You gotta notice that we've been 2 minutes into this film and his hype man have just kept bringing up maggots. I smell maggots. I think I see maggots. I think the dude used to be a running back for the Giants. His name was David Maggot, something like that. I can't remember. Hey man, it's got to be maggots in here. It's got to be. I'm looking. What these maggots at? They got to be in here, man. Got two big MC around him. Yo, it's some maggots over here, baby. Get them. Damn, look at these maggots. We fucked around and got them started. I walked up in my baby mama house, smell like it farted. Oh, this smell like it farted. Oh, yo, man, I'm always still popping some maggots up in here, baby. That nigga farted. Oh, that nigga farted. Oh, you put your foot on the carpet and you will be rewarded. Walk in my baby mama house, it smells just like you farted. Nigga farted. Oh.
That I sent her trying to see my children. Can I get my children? Family outings and everything. She don't want me to see my children for nothing. I'm scared to open up these drawers. I couldn't get a good video of it last night because I had to hurry up and get my children out because they were totally hungry.
Nigga said this maggot country. Somebody in the comment section said this is maggot country. Maggots are great again. It's maggot country.
Because they said the heat don't work. Yeah. Let me get it better.
What the shit?
Y'all, this refrigerator is right here. As you see, it's not frozen.
Because they don't have no
It's
electricity.
frozen. See the date on this food. January 23rd. The turkey. With no date on it.
The nigga act like he want that turkey. He
December
trying to see what he can take with him.
27th, 2018. September 25th, 2018. And that one's so old.
Tara, where you at? Where you at,
Don't
Tara?
need a date. You can see by the green stuff.
Donna, where you at?
Jesus Christ.
You a mother.
What the shit?
You a mother. Donna Henson, where you at?
And I've been begging to get my children. But she don't want me to get them for nothing because we're not together.
Nigga, you got multiple children with this nasty bitch. Nasty bitch. Don't come at me talking that shit. Nasty bitch. Get on your knees and do that lick trick. Nasty bitch. You have multiple children with this?
She wants me to leave my girl to be back with her. So she decides to leave my kids here by themselves.
And the motherfucker had to have a broom out there. That's the most hilarious part of this. It's dirty, but it's a cleaning utensil right there. It's like it's within arm's reach. They're just sitting up with that broom, but you ain't gonna use it. Bitch in the house talking about she just sitting up with that broom, but won't clean out that room. It's just a mess, I'll confess. Maggots is there, sitting up in her room, but won't use that broom.
Shit, this toilet broke. Toilet don't work.
Y'all seen this with me. Y'all seen it with me.
Say what that broom do.
How come Tyra don't talk about this?
What that vacuum do?
True Freeman, why you in the comments? True Freeman.
Human feces in the bathtub.
Are you steady stalking on Tyra?
What
I mean,
the shit?
Tommy Sotomayor.
Mold and mildew everywhere. Dead bug.
You know the house is dirty when you got molded mildew. That nigga said the mildew done molded. You go walk in that house, you fuck around and get stachybotrys. Google it, nigga. Google it, nigga. You will fuck around and get stachybotrys. Anybody, you Google it.
Yeah. And I be having my kid. Whoa, look out. Look, that's a closet. Look up. It's about 3 feet tall, packed with filth. Yeah. This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. You walk up in there and somebody be like, "Oh, this house didn't look like someone shitted in it. Can't clean it. We got to tear this damn thing. Ain't no sense in trying to save. Just burn down the house." Now this dude went to pick up his kids and then he walked in the door, it smelled like shit. He couldn't believe it. Told his kids to pack their bags, saw his baby mama and kicked her ass. Now, bitch, we are leaving. Oh, this shit needs to get arrested. Go, bitch. Is this the best you could do? We don't need to call the cops. Let's burn down the house.
And I got my children, and she doesn't even know I have my kids. That's how bad it is. Let me see if this light works. Yeah.
Damn.
Bag of trash.
This must be her room.
Yeah.
Damn, this bitch nasty little
The bed is all
motherfucker.
broken.
God,
Shit.
Y'all remember when we was watching Kanika Jenkins? They had that bed on the floor. What's up with bitches and beds on the floor? If there's some black women out there that can help me, seriously, what's up with y'all having beds on the floor but financing weed? Do y'all see why I say the things I say now? These hoes have beds on the floor if they have furniture at all, but you're financing weave. All your pictures on Instagram look like you just got it made, like you the special ed of Instagram. As soon as you put up a picture, doom 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 doom. I am your idol, your highest title, numero uno. I'm not a Puerto Rican, but I'm speaking so that you know.
Look, really bring that here. Fat. That was fat, bro. Look at that. Roach.
Michael Grant, any comments?
Now the roaches.
AKA True Freeman.
Yeah, her and her boyfriend.
You gotta comment. Nigga, you quite a little motherfucker.
Street, left my kids here.
What the shit?
You know this is some
Running from the
bullshit.
house. And I had to leave work to come and get my kids.
Damn.
He said the mom and the boyfriend moved out and left the children there.
Hell no.
What the shit?
They had to walk all the way to my auntie's house at night to call me. Because they wanted me to save them from this. Look at this. 3 feet tall, stuff just piled up everywhere.
Michael Grant, where the fuck you at?
Ladies and gentlemen, had this video been made showing what a father had done to his children, what would have happened right after this video?
Oh, this nigga been get cuffed up.
Number one, it would have went viral. Number two, it would have been easy for the mother to come and get those kids, anybody to come and get those kids from that man. Number three, that man had been arrested.
Tara,
it had been real quick.
Michael Grant, where
again,
you at?
If a man had did what Cardi B did, that'd been different too.
I guess this is my chicken bones all on the floor. What is he doing with my children?
Look at the cat.
Look at this.
The cat said it's a nasty house.
Damn.
The cat's scared to get on the ground.
And my kids said the only time that they see their mother is on Saturday and Sunday, or whenever they go to the neighbor house and video call her. They said that when the police questioned my kids, they said that the neighbors feed them or they eat at after school link. So the school and the neighbors are feeding my children.
How many times have I told y'all that the majority of these inner city women use school as daycare? Y'all know why the public system sucks? The public school system sucks?
I keep saying this. Where's Tyra?
You get out of a lot of things what you put into it. How many of you guys still believe
True Freeman.
Old adage and
Tyra Jamil Moore, Donna Henson,
doesn't really work that way.
Doris
a lot of people
Moore.
get a lot out of something they don't put
What's going on?
But I'm an old man, and I still believe you get out of something what you put in it.
Michael Grant, any comments?
And the public schools, they're putting trash children in it, and trash mothers are doing it. You're not going to get good teachers, because why would good teachers want to sit up there? If you're a good teacher, you take your profession seriously. And I don't know how many teachers are in the comment section right now, but if there are any teachers or ex-teachers, tell me this: if you were a really good teacher, you wanted to go to a really good school.
Hell yeah.
You wanted to go somewhere where you felt like your teaching ability would be valued. The last thing you want to do is go to a school where you know education is not high on their list.
Nope.
When you know you're going to have to reteach the children etiquette when they come through that door. You're going to have to reteach the children to be considerate when they come through that door.
Yep.
You're going to have to teach the children dedication, hard work. You're going to have to teach them all types of things when they walk through that door before you can teach them the curriculum.
And don't say the wrong thing to the kid, because the parents gonna want to whoop your ass.
When people say we don't have good teachers in the inner city, because you don't have good students or good parents. Why do you think you deserve good teachers? Listen, you get what you pay for. You don't deserve good teachers if you can't provide them with a good environment. Everybody knows that, and most, if not all businesses, it works that way. You don't get a good environment. Say you start a restaurant. You got a D the last time the health inspectors came. You got you put it in a horrible neighborhood. Well, you're gonna get what you get, and I guarantee you won't get a good chef that's gonna come in there and say, "Yeah, I'll work in here." You're gonna get anybody that need a job at that point.
And the few times I do talk to Yvonne, when I try to get...
Let me tell you guys what happens at a private school. Anybody can tell me different if you got your kids in private school, if you work at a private school, if you know anything about private schools. When you have a private school, you pay for your kid to go to that school. When you pay for your kid to go to one of these schools and your kid come home with a D or a C or a B minus, what do you do because you've been paying that tuition?
Beat his ass or her ass.
You get on your kid. You make sure you know exactly what kind of grades your kid is getting before it is even time for them to get their actual grade, because you know they give you that midway point and let you know how your kid's doing. You look out for these things. Why? Because you're paying. Public school sucks because people don't see the money coming out of their pockets, so they don't care. When you pay, you chastise your kids before the teachers get to them. That's why the teachers like teaching in private schools. Because they know there's going to be etiquette there, and the parents are going to be more upset at their children because they're paying for their children to go there.
My kids, I asked her what is she doing with my money for child support that she's getting. She said she's buying my kids clothes and shoes, the house is clean. These shoes are old from last year.
Feel dirty. My stomach hurt.
What the fuck?
This is light work. Yeah. There you go.
Shit, my stomach hurting now.
Yeah.
Damn, this is foul.
Look at this.
What kind of, what the shit?
I thought I said it's the cleanest room in the house, and it's the garage.
Yeah, this is the cleanest room in the house. Look at this. My boo-boo everywhere.
I knew I was smelling something. It's either rats,
Yeah.
mice, maggots.
Heat don't work.
All of it.
There he go again with the maggots. The dude told me, said mice, he saw mice in there. And he said, I knew it was something. Mice, rats, or some maggots. Niggas. This nigga really is into the maggots. He must have been traumatized by some maggots before.
Corner. That's tragic.
Look at this. This is just ridiculous.
How can you do this to your kids, man?
And like I said, every time I ask her what she buy my kids with the child support money, she says she just bought them brand new clothes, shoes. She just came from grocery shopping. But y'all just seen that they on the food that's in the refrigerator. Refrigerator's not even working.
Like, how do you walk in this house and that woman is telling you she gonna give it to you and you fuck her in that house? How do you walk in this house as a man, know this woman has several children? That's another thing that black women know they don't have to worry about. Because black men are so indoctrinated, no matter how many children they have, black men are going to take them. Somebody actually slept with this woman. She talking about, I'm going to give it to you. When you walk in the door, how them kids and trash on the ground. She talk about, I'm going to give it to you, give it to you, give it to you. Soon as she said that, and I saw that house, I say, well, excuse me. Take a few minutes to mellow out. And why the fuck is all this nasty shit up in your house a minimum clean? Why you waiting on the spring? It's nasty. Girl, you need your motherfucking ass kicked. The flow and show to a slow tempo, and you know, swing ho, swing low, and though the show will go on as I perform, transforming on stage like a Decepticon. But I'm not animated like a cartoon, I'm for real, spitting lyrics like a harpoon. Across the crowd, the listeners and spectators will make way for this smooth operator. You walk in that house, it smell like the locker room of the Raiders. Smell like shit. Smell like the Raiders. That when it comes to this, there's none greater. Walk in the room. It smell like the Raiders.
Sad. Heat don't work. Water don't work. No soap or nothing. No toothpaste and no toothbrushes. And I've been begging to get my kids. Look at this. Yes, her name is Yvonne Taylor.
Damn, Yvonne, you done put your own name out there, Yvonne Taylor. You gonna fuck around, Yvonne, and you gonna fuck around? I'm telling this dude, he need to get out of there, go get Stacking Bottress. You need to Google it, brother, whoever you are, man. You need to Google that Stacking Bottress. You might have it now.
And this is what I gotta go through.
Damn.
Dude, you talking about she don't love her kids, she don't love herself. I think that's what another thing that we need to pay attention to. We having kids and we lay down with people, and we date people and whatever, you gotta find somebody that love themselves. Find somebody that loves themselves. And when you see them treating themselves like this, they don't love themselves. The individual who's doing this, she doesn't love herself.
I might lose my job, but that's fine though, as long as I got my kids safe. That's what they had. Been eating on. That's what they told the police officer. Eating my manure. That's what they told him last night before I got him. It's sad. Make sure I got this sink.
Right, Nakia, he said, this is what I got to go through. I see you could slip up and fuck around and get her pregnant on an accident one time. You can't get a hoe like this pregnant several times, and then you're going to turn around and act like she just switched up. That hoe been nasty for a minute. And you could tell a nasty hoe. You want me to tell y'all how you can tell a nasty hoe? When you invite her over to your house and she don't check the bed before she get in, and she know that bed ain't been made up, and she knows she coming to your house to give it up, so she don't know what you've been doing before she came there. She didn't even expect you to change the sheets. Ooh, nigga, I know you wanna be fucking me. Ooh, 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 nigga. But before we fuck, just change these sheets. Hey, dog, what the fuck is wrong? This bed been slept on all night long, so why won't you change this shit before I get on your meat? Go and get some clean ass sheets. Go get some clean sheets.
Look. Cat bowls, dog bowls. Dead maggots. Trash everywhere.
He was right. They said dead maggots. And finally they have validated his claims of maggotry. He got a nose for maggots.
Hot plate on the floor. It said 7303 108th and Drive, Kansas City, Missouri.
That nigga done put a whole address out.
Damn, nigga, you snitching? Damn.
Turn this thing off.
What the fuck is it? Oh, that's a heat? That's heat? What the shit?
Turn this thing off.
Shit.
Sad. This is what my kids got to go through. Because she don't with me. But I'm on child support.
So y'all got to see this. And he said, you know what? I'm on child support.
Hello. Knock. Tara.
I'm on child support.
Tara. Hello. Tara Jamel Moore.
And he's right.
But yet you defend black community. You defend kids.
The next question has to be from him. And what he's getting at is, where's my money going? Why is it that when a man pays child support, it's the same as with his sperm? When a man ejaculates, he can't dictate what that woman's going to do with it. And when you come out of your pocket to give that woman your money, you again cannot dictate what she does with it. And there's no accounting for it. I want y'all to think about this. There's no accounting. There's no accounting. For any of the money. Whether you're giving her $2 a month or $20,000 a month. She doesn't have to account for a dime. There's nothing she has to actually pay for regarding your children. How is that ever okay? Why would you have a system in place that says this person must give you the money for the upkeep of the kid, but said person who gets the money does not have to account for how much of this money has gone towards that kid? Ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't common sense dictate that this would be how the system was set up? But then again, wouldn't common sense say that at the end of a divorce, we decide at the divorce, unless, and there's some extenuating circumstances, when they divorce, those kids spend 50% of the time with each one. But we don't do that. We say, well, let's just give them to the mom and the man get the money because, well, we know he's the slave and slaves work. Because you men do understand that that's what we are in society today. We are literal slaves. At a certain point in time as men, we better start standing up because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. There is no reason for any woman or any person in the world to do this to their children. What is she doing with the money? That is the question that needs to be asked. What is she doing with the money? There are too many people in the world who find themselves having to take care of what somebody else should have been taken care of, but refuse to take care of. I say this because many of you guys have tax money that's going there. You guys feel bad, and then they'll put up a GoFundMe, and then everybody will fund this individual. And in the process of them doing all of this, they don't feel the need to contribute. They feel entitled. Do you guys understand that these people stop feeling the need to contribute because they know that you're going to do it? So now they feel entitled because they believe you're going to do it. And if you don't do it, to them it is problematic. Being 30 days late on child support can get you jailed. Being behind on child support can get you to lose your license, to get you to lose your freedom. But the woman who's receiving the money has no checks and balances. It's just up to her discretion. Men, it's up to her discretion of what to do with the money. In the process, men, when you are, I found this out. I already knew it beforehand, but it's just ugly when you see it. When say you're doing something like trying to buy a house or get a credit card, well, guess what that woman can do with that kid that you can't? If she's trying to get a house, she can claim the child support money as money she'll use to pay the rent. Well, how is that possible? What about food, clothes, and everything else? And remember, guys, this is the government accepting this. This isn't something that we don't know about or that, the government doesn't know. It's obscure. No. The government says this is okay. You can take child support money and use it as income. But at the end of the year, when you have to pay taxes on that money, you don't have to pay taxes on that money. The man has to pay taxes on it.
Damn.
So guys, do you understand how child support works? They take it out of what you make before you take home, which means you have to pay taxes on money you will never see. She receives the money and doesn't pay taxes on it. Now, wouldn't it be fair, guys, and tell me if I'm wrong, if you come up with a figure that I got to pay her, when I give it to her, that's where the taxes come from. I should only have to pay taxes on the money I received. So if I have to give $800 a month to her, that $800 should come off of what my year, all of that, the 12 months of it should come off of what my yearly worth is. What's that, 96, it's $800, that's $9,600, something like that, right? That's 12. So it's like $9,600 a year. So if I make $30,000, technically what mine should say is I make $21,400. You should only be able to tax me on $21,400. But instead, you tax me on the entire amount. Yet 9,000 of it I won't see. She gets $9,000 free dollars a year. She don't have to pay a dime on it. We know the system is broken. But that's the problem. You think that the system is broken. What you don't understand is the system is working 100% fine. It's hitting on all cylinders. The pistons are, everything's going great. The system is not broken. You believe it's broken. We talk about it as if it's broken. Truth of the matter is, the system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Separate families, destroy children, replace fathers, enslave the masses. Separate families, destroy children, get rid of the father, enslave the masses. We don't realize how enslaved we are until you take a step back. Take a step back and look at a bigger picture. We argue the dumbest crap because we're all, at this point, derivatives of that crap. We come from that crap. And we are now that crap. And we don't know we're dysfunctional. That's why so many people can get on YouTube and say, those people are crazy. Because if crazy sees crazy, then crazy thinks crazy is normal. If crazy is always around crazy, then the logical person that comes in is crazy. That's why you have so many people willing to say, yeah, I did it, but when you did it, it was wrong. We don't have the ability to self-reflect because self-reflection is something that society has told us is a bad thing. It's a weak thing. When self-reflection used to be akin to pruning, you did it so you could grow. Self-reflection literally was pruning, cleansing. You did these things so you could grow.
Excuse me.
Do you understand when you take a shower, you lose skin cells? But you replace it with newer, softer skin. You're clean. You're not smelly. The toughest thing about being a father is that you know you have no real power. You feel it sometimes, you try to exercise it. But at this point, we're venomous snakes that have been defanged. That's what we are as fathers. So yeah, maybe somebody will look at a few of us and be like, oh, that's a big old snake. They realize you're not a constrictor. Then they realize you have no fangs. Then they go tell their friends, oh, that big old snake over there, it's not a restrictor. It's not a constrictor, so it won't grab you and squeeze you. And it has no fangs. But it is a venomous snake. It just has no venom. It's like the Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. It had no venom. But as men, I think that's the hardest part is once you realize I'm trying to portray strength, I'm trying to portray power, but I don't have any. And that realization is like, And if you're a man like me, which many of you guys are, you feel real bad. Feel real bad. We have to remember, men, throughout history, the one thing we know, how do you get power? Do you ask for it? Men, when in history do we ask for power and get it? We fight for it and we take it. So if we really want to see change, we got to fight for it. As men, we got to put aside our petty differences and realize what's going on. We must fight. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Carpe diem.
Alright, y'all, it's your boy. Your mouth just ponders. How come women get a pass when men don't? Like, true Freeman never says
What's
nothing
really
about
going
this.
on, motherfuckers? How y'all doing? I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all are part of the nation, the Soto Nation. So if you're part of the Soto Nation, make sure you do yourselves a favor and click that like and tell everybody out there that you're down